Hey guys, welcome to the channel. Today we're going to try and do another one of the counters I use in Grand Arena. Let me try and find, there we go, 20 of the guy. So we're fighting against a 7-star Leviathan. Now I said the other day, one way of doing this punching up using a 6-star Leviathan or 5-star and, using the scimitar. The other way I do it, and I do this in Grand Arena usually because I usually leave the Leviathan on defense, is to use the endurance. And this is a very hit and miss counter, if I'm being honest about it. I think I need to mod it better so some of the ships are doing better, like to get the exact order correct. However, if I do it this right, this is definitely a 2-shot in Grand Arena, which is pretty good. So we'll see how this goes. We can one-shot it sometimes. It depends completely on do you hit critical hits here or there? Do do they target this character, that character? First big thing is you need to target with a basic for Anakin. You need to save his big hit for a little bit later on. You'll see why in a minute. So that's the first bit. It's a little annoying what he's doing to our ship, but okay. They're taking their turns, whatever. He's got target lock, which means we can take rid of his buffs, but it's fine. I don't really care too much at this point. We're going to bring in Ahsoka. And hopefully we'll do big damage there. Okay, good. That's good. We've got some good damage, and then hopefully... Okay, perfect. So we got rid of the tie dagger now already. This is great. Now we have a choice here because we can either go AoE here or basic at this point. He's going to bring in a reinforcement no matter what he does. It's probably going to be well, I don't know, it's Grand Arena, it's normal arena, right? So it could be a lot of things. We'll just do let's do the area. Like, we should hit the area. That's probably the best choice there. Okay, it's fine, because sometimes you find like randomly the Hound's Tooth and stuff like that, like other people bring in weird things because it's not Grand Arena where you have the limited chips. Okay, so the key now is we're going to try and get through, if we can, the bomber, because he's the defensive ship that's really causing us a lot of hassle here. There goes Ahsoka. That's unfortunate. That always kind of happens at this point, unless you're very lucky. That's the way it is. Anakin though is doing big damage, as you can see there. Now this will buff everybody up. Right. That's 1 life gone for this guy. Let's do this. There's 2 lives gone, so he's gone now completely. Now I've got a choice, right? Because I'm going to go for this guy who puts foresight on everybody. Almost. There we go. Okay. At this point here, you can see that in Grand Arena, definitely, this is an easy cleanup, right? So I mean, knock my microphone off. That's how really good at this kind of whole streaming business I am, right? We're going to try and take down the stacks if we can, though, at this point. So I think we'll bring in the Phantom. Why? Because it goes, but it means the next turn I can do a reinforcement, which is great. We'll do the AoE here. Ow. Yeah, this is how good I am at streaming, the whole like, oh, you just knocked your microphone off in the middle of the thing you're doing. Really? An extra reinforcement will help a bunch here, just to try and get through. So that's 1 life gone for him. Okay, so we'll bring in... It doesn't really matter too much at this point. They're both kind of... Let's go with this guy. We'll heal up. Let's put the taunt on myself. Or himself. Then we lose the ship. It's okay. Again, it's the whole, in Grand Arena, we will have won by this point here, right? Basically, because at this point here, we can definitely clean this up, right? I should probably get through him in a second, as long as Anakin... do basics. Anakin gets in the turn. There we go. There we go. He dead. And now it's like scimitar makes it a bit annoying. But you can see that in Grand Arena, this is like whatever now, right? Because he might still cling to us, and he might still do that. No doubt he might do. But at the same time, it's a little bit of like easy cleanup territory. I need his stealth to go. If his stealth goes, we can kill him easily, and there's just literally this guy, but it's a little annoying that he's still there. Whatever. Yeah, that's a bit annoying. It's a bit annoying that's worked out that way. Because yeah, he wouldn't have the scythe in Grand Arena, right? So this ship wouldn't exist in Grand Arena. Which is fine. But hopefully you can see that in... there we go. Like, can we just... If we get one more hit, we might be able to take him out. One more good hit. You can see that in Grand Arena, realistically this is a very easy 2-shot, and if you have it set up better than I do, probably slightly, it's not horrible, right? Because there you go. Now the size wouldn't exist. It would literally just be the what's it called? The Mark 1. Can I just, yeah, the Mark 6 instead of the Mark 1. And you know, we can run through that really easily, even just using like whatever friendly like random home one can do this, right, with a random bunch of characters that, you know, just to get through 10 stacks, because it starts with 10 stacks of course if there's no if it's not a reinforcement. So perfectly fine, perfectly straightforward and easy to deal with. Does work sometimes one shot, depends on a bit of luck. Like for example there, Ahsoka died a little quicker than I would like her to do normally. My Ahsoka's only relic 5, I think. So, you know, it'd be nice if she's relic 7 because then she would last longer. For example, I'm just going to check. Where is it? Galactic Republic. Oh no, she's relic 6. Yeah, she is relic 6. So if she's relic 7 or higher, in fact, if she had better mods too, frankly, because I don't have her modded out as well as I probably should, she would survive longer and be faster. Likewise, I don't know how well, let me just actually check how well I got some of these other guys modded out. Where's Anakin? I've just lost him somewhere. Where's that? Anakin's okay, that's fine. Relic 7 again, it's like if you had higher levels, these were relic 5 to Bad Batch. And again, these guys are not like completely slice mods out. I should do it because again, they'll be faster, stronger, easier to do this kind of thing. My 5s is relic nicely and modded nicely. But anyway, in Grand Arena, there's a good chance that using that, you can at the very least two-shot it if you don't have anything good. Like you don't have the Profanity 7-star, you can do the 7-star Profanity if you don't have the Leviathan to counterattack with it. The Endurance is a great way to pull it through. It all works on the Valor mechanic. I'm not going to go into it, right? You can read it yourself if you want to. But basically, Valor is given out by Mace Windu, and the effects are kind of buffed by the Bad Batch, the Marauder, and they help all your ships hit harder. That's why Anakin hits so hard there. That's why the Marauder hits so hard, and that's why even Plo Koon, when he hit his basic at one point and almost killed Malgus with one hit, that's why he hits so hard. If you have my Plo Koon for comparison is gear 12, right? So like if I had a relic 5, again, much more successful, much easier. Anyway, hopefully that shows you a nice way. Maybe you can two-shot that, get through those difficult Grand Arena ships much more easily. It does work with the 5-star Marauder much less well. Like there's no chance of clearing it in one go. 7-star will mean you can clear it in one go if you get lucky, and if you have the right relic chips around it. But hopefully you guys find that useful and interesting, and I'll catch you all next time.